We have arrived, everybody, on Northern Isles. The coldest map in the pool. We see Neutron in the bottom left, and to no surprise, he goes for a keeper that he displayed so wonderfully against Starbuck yesterday, especially on Autumn Leaves. There was nothing but a destruction. KraV on the other side. No Crypt Lord again in this matchup. He plays standard. It's a ghoul opener with a DK.
Yeah. Some things that we know about these players, KraV loves gargoyles, he loves expanding. As of late, it does feel like he's been playing more to his image, sometimes faking that expansion, sometimes not taking it at all, just hoping that his opponents overcommit on trying to be aggressive towards it or make sure that it doesn't go up. We even saw Happy actually on Last Refuge with his Lich against Lich, really trying to make sure that Expo didn't go up, and that actually allowed KraV to get ahead for a moment in that game before, of course, Happy as always came back into it. But Neutron is one of the few Night Elves that before has said that he actually doesn't mind playing against gargoyles so much, he even likes it. And with the buffs on the Panda, that guy's been looking really scary against gargoyles.
That's a weird thing to say if you ask me, but okay, Neutron, not the most normal opinions of all the Night Elf players. Hiding that Wisp right there, that's cool. And yeah, KraV, with his standard play, it's not that he's becoming more predictable, really, right? It's just another asset in his toolbox. On top of the standard play, he always can play his weird, unusual style with a Lich or a Crypt Lord. So feels like against KraV, you always have to scout these days.
Absolutely, yeah. But it's also, you know, it's not as easy as you put a bunch of wisps on the map and then suddenly you see everything. Of course, he's going to find some of these wisps, kill them, deny your scouting as much as he can. And although, like, nowadays, everybody understands the importance of preventing Night Elf from expanding too easily. So everybody's scouting for the potential trees going up. This is why we see an Acolyte at the bottom side of the map from KraV. I really feel like the evolution of the meta, the skill of the players has been very impressive as of late. There is no stagnation, like I said before. Like, the levels that these players play at now, if any one of them was to be sent in time, you know, like, even by just a year, I think they just do really well against most people because they keep on improving so many of the things, not just the creeping. The creep routes, small little tricks here and there.
Oh, I definitely agree, and I think that goes to show in the first map here already. KraV is going for heavy evasion creeping. Normally, you would go for the green next to your base and the green in the middle, then the expansion, that's exactly level 3. But that's also kind of easily harassable by the Keeper, who's on the left-hand side already, and then the position to the natural expansion of the Undead is pretty close, so that can be harassed with Entangle, with Treants, pretty easily. So KraV takes a very different approach, skips the middle, skips the expansion, goes for the Tusker for the consumable, which is a greater mana, which is exceptional, and then the lab. This is a little reminiscent of how the humans creep sometimes, like Hawk especially, for that fast level 3.
Yeah. I mean, in KraV's case, like, we've seen him sometimes stay on low level DK and just play overly aggro and not getting anything done. In this game, he scouted the tree. Very important to know that it's there. And look, he's not even overcommitting. He fully understands that because he crept as much as he did, there's most likely going to be a keeper level 3. So instead of just going there and losing a lot of ghouls, maybe not even getting that tree, he might just let it go up entirely and say, all right, you want to expand? I'm going to expand as well, perhaps. Just go for a lot of gargoyles. We already see the second creep for that. And if you're Neutron, like I said, like, going into this match, you knew that there was a big chance that KraV was going to do that. He's sending a Wisp to the lab. He might just scan the main base of KraV in a moment to make sure it's there.
Exactly. And Neutron, I thought for a second he goes north a little blind, expecting that expansion to come up. But when there wasn't an expansion, he just crept the gold mine away. And that results in a very, very good item. Plus 12 on the Keeper already, thanks to the claws, plus 9. Again, Alchemist second, though. We were questioning this a little earlier. I think it was on day 2 of the broadcast. If that's not outdated and the Panda might be better, or Demon Hunter, of course. But Yuri sticking to the Alchemist to Acid Bomb and Heal Spray.
Yeah, very curious whether he's going to be playing with air or if he goes for lores instead, because he has the Hunter Soul here already. Needs to move that tree in a second here, but yeah, it's always nice to... On this map, you want to save the expansion creep very often for your second hero, and that's what Neutron did, so he's going to start the game with Alchemist level 2 very quickly. KraV, I'm really curious what the plan is here exactly. Like, We expect him to attempt an expansion, but there's a chance he just kind of plays aggressive and tries to punish Neutron for investing so heavily this early in the game into an expansion.
Okay, Gargs should be coming. Lich as well. Items for both players, very, very good. And you were right, he's pulling the ghouls already. He's not waiting for tier 3 for some destroyers for Dispel. So Entangle can still be good, and the Treants, of course, as well. Not expanding on KraV's side is, I think, going to show that a lot of
the keeper.
undeads nowadays
It is stuff now.
Respect the Treants. Oh, is there another coil?
Oh my god. I think the coil was gonna go off. I think that guy was gonna die. If he didn't TP, I think he dies, so... Yeah, I thought that may be one of those moments. Neutron, we've seen him lose a lot of heroes with not the greatest plays sometimes, so I'm glad that here he actually made sure that that actually got out. And KraV yet again, you know, like you really expect an attack here if you're Neutron at the Expo. KraV using that to his advantage and securing an extra camp. But he's going tier 3. There is no expansion attempt yet.
I think
he might just go for 50 supply with Ghoul Frenzy and then attack and kill all those archers.
Yeah,
he scouted the composition.
I think it's fine on KraV's side. There's no mining going on yet. There's big investments into the second base with the APs, with shop. That's not too easy to come up. But now, a little bit of a push. Alchemist is very, very tanky. That's super helpful. Especially against an orb later, because that Lich is going to town with that inventory.
Yeah, KraV is trying to get some archer kills here, but very nice defensive posture from Neutron. He lost a single archer so far. Unit retention is so important here. And yeah, he's just rushing tier 3 here, so he wants to get marksmanship. He wants to play very archer-heavy composition. He's getting Nature's Blessing. No. Really?
That's pretty cool. Checking on the left-hand side, Nature's Blessing on the right side, so making full use of the tree. I wonder if that results in having 2 little wisps here, but there is one for the detonate. Moonstone, Clarities, so there's going to be a lot of mana to use, and with that the Moonwells can heal quite a bit. Gargoyles are going to town as well, but with that build being rather archer-heavy than dryad-heavy, you don't require too much lumber here.
I don't know why KraV is going for +1 attack here for Gargs, because he's only got 4 of them. And if you see the opponent as full archers like this, it's more ghouls you need to focus on, in my opinion. Just get a lot of them, get Frenzy, and then kind of like Vortex style, get on top of this archer army, kill as many of them as you can, and then those undead heroes, that's when they start spiraling out of control.
Nova again reducing the number of archers, killing a Moonwell. This is super annoying. It's not the most flashy plays of all time, but it's very, very effective if you don't lose too much, and KraV is controlling these Gargs very well so far. Frenzy coming, Destroyers coming, Statue in the main. Maybe he doesn't want it intercepted, but that will result in low mana pool.
Yeah, that'd be nice to maybe move out with this. Maybe this creator mana is making him feel like he has a lot of mana anyway, so he doesn't mind too much. But yeah, Neutron has done a very good job shutting down this harassment here and preventing it from doing really sufficient damage for KraV. So KraV will be very invested in the upcoming attack. Frenzy, close to finishing. He's moving out with the ghouls. Does he go and pick up an orb first here? You kind of want to, I think.
Yeah, he has no backpack. That worries me a little as well. He has to go all the way back. You can't fight without an orb. That's impossible. So he makes a little pit stop to get that Lich level 2, which is then Dark Ritual. More mana, more Nova, hopefully more kills, especially against archers. He could pick up a Dark Ranger third if he wants to. He could also go for 2 heroes who are then higher level, of course, as the tri-hero of Neutron who goes for a Podem third.
Ooh, that illusion's really big, because he saw the army movement and he's like, oh, I need to get home. He's trying to run away, but the ghouls are so fast. KraV needs to get on top of this army. I think Neutron needs to camp next to his protector, ideally behind buildings, so that they can slap away at these ghouls. And KraV again, instead of going too quick, he's going to secure one more camp. Maybe he wants to buy at least 1 healing scroll, I would say. That Dark Ranger third is so interesting against this many archers. You can get a lot of skeletons out of it. And it's not like there's any dryads with Abolish. Using 1 wisp for 1 skeleton, you know, not the most cost-effective thing. But now Neutron just broke upkeep. Supply-wise, KraV is actually doing very decent here. It's 51 against 56. Here we go. That's the big fight that might decide the game here between the two. And KraV's attacking a Moonwell to force Neutron to engage into him.
Did I ever hear you praising 51 supply, Todd? That comes as a surprise. We have the big push, as you say, and that's a lot of skeletons already. Archers maybe not in the perfect position. This was a very, very careful game until now. And Neutron is making the first few mistakes with that, but maybe he can strike back. Huge Nova in the back. Skeletons being summoned. There is a destroyer. Should be able to deal with it. Huge Dispel, which results in more mana for that destroyer, which is more AoE. That bottom super squishy hero next to the shop but can't heal anymore, was probably on cooldown. And the ghouls, they just ravaged the squishy archer army.
Yeah, but they're also going really deep right now. Ancient of War, Tree of Life, Ancient of Wonders, all hitting. That Ancient Protector has been hitting the whole time. Archers falling super rapidly. Some of them are trapped around the natural here. KraV pulling ahead in supply, 52 to 39 right now. Neutron needs to stay alive here. His Alchemist, he didn't kill quite enough units to get level 3 on that.
That's rough. Without Acid Bomb 2, that's really rough. And thanks to the big potion of mana, there's still so many coils. And thanks to the Dark Ritual and the Skeleton synergy, there's so much more Nova. It's looking grim for Neutron. He's still at 41 supply, but the heroes are so strong. Here's the Nova and the nuke. Staff out. All the moon juice is so dry right now. Dark Ranger moved to the south, getting a coil as well. Slowly but steady.
Oh.
KraV is running out of juice, but...
He forgot to remake Potom until now. He only now restarted it, and it's a level 1 hero, so he could have been out already helping out. Kiting. Against this army, ideally you want to kite. Just keep shooting, pull back. If you're Neutron, you just need a hold. Even if it's a very difficult hold, if you get it very late. He kills the Destroyer. That's very big, because now there is no statue to morph another one, and that Keeper still has a lot of mana to try and hold this push.
He needs Acid Bomb Entangle combos. He throws them onto the gargoyles. Damage over time, of course. Here comes the statue. Maybe Lifesaver for KraV here. Archer's trying to reach. Can't really get it, but the Alchemist should be able... Oh, Nova! Should be able to get some last hits here. The nuke again. Town Portal out. Goes for the Lich. One more time.
There was no coil, so... And he was still ticking down from the Acid Bomb. Just a few more attacks might have killed that. KraV feeling the urgency of doing more damage here. Goes for the tree. Death Knight really not working with much mana. He's just got a single coil. He's going to use that on the Lich. So Death Knight completely out of mana. And there is still not a Destroyer. Entangling a ghoul and using Treants might force that statue to be transformed, but then there's lack of regen. There is so many Treants. Oh my god.
Bottom is back. One Destroyer can't deal with all the Treants. It's a newfound strength in Night Elf. You can dispel only so much. You really want to dispel against a couple of Treants. Of course, you have to dispel against Entangle, but at some point, there's just more mana and more Treants that you can get rid of, and they dominate the ground. And Neutron holds, and now it's 2 base versus 1.
Yeah, Neutron has +2 attack upgrades on the archers, which is really nice, but he lost so many, basically he lost all of them, so he has to start replenishing the archer count. But those undead heroes, they're starting to look scarier and scarier. DK very close to level 5. Dark Ranger got level 3, so that's Black Arrow level 2. The skeletons are going to be super scary. And the Lich closing in on level 4. I know that Remo is going to be excited about this one. But Neutron, yeah, it does feel like he needs to camp more and more. He has no choice but to try and keep on defending against the non-stop assault from the swarm of KraV here.
And the Swarm gets a little bit of help. Scourge Bone Chimes in the absence of a Dreadlord. He wants that Vamp Aura. 15% lifesteal is not too bad on Frenzy Ghouls. Opening this fight up with another Nova with a triple kill on Archers. And this shop will not see the light of day. Level 5 on the DK, as you said. There's also a heal scroll. There's so much regen. Statue on the ground. KraV, I think this is too much. Surrounds the Alchemist. Can he staff him out? Staff is ready. Nova, a little too late. Maybe here comes the coil. A little bit of regen, but this is just the downfall. Get underground, my man. And I think this is game 1 for KraV.
Yeah, Death Knight reaching level 5 here. There was not even the time for him to consider using Healing Spray. Keeper going to be targeted next. There's no escape. Death Coil level 3 is so scary at this stage in the game. And Neutron will fall in game number 1.
Almost a great hold. Cheers, mate. Cheers. Enjoy yourself, KraV. From juice box to baby bottle to now a more normal can. Remo, your thoughts?
Yeah, Neutron, it keeps happening to him. The early game is really good. The game plan is working out. He gets his Expo, he gets the Keeper 3. All's good and dandy. And then he plays Alchemist second, and he plays Archers. Neutron, this build is outdated. Mass archers used to work rarely, but when they did, it was with a demon hunter. If you don't have the burn, you're gonna get slaughtered by the undead. It doesn't matter how many archers you have. The more archers you have, the more skeletons he's gonna get. This is not the right strategy, and I don't get why he's not playing it. Against Starbuck, he showed it. Keeper, Demon, Dryad, Expansion. That's the best build. Neutron is basically playing a much worse version of the strategy. I know I'm being critical, and Coach Remo's getting a little upset, but I know Neutron's a good player, but he can't tell me that the strat is better. Yeah, I think it's just straight up worse in all regards.
Remo is a little angry. We need to give him some time to cool down. Be right back with map number 2 in 3 minutes. Game 2 coming up. KraV vs Neutron. Remo, did you cool down? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. We're gonna see how it goes on map 2. I hope we're gonna see the better strat by Neutron. He showed it before. He just has to do it again.
Okay, we're waiting for KraV at the moment while we take a look at Neutron. Yeah, we see his cap. KraV, you suck. Unfortunately on game 1, or unfortunately for Neutron, on game 1, that was not the case. As There we go. KraV is back as well, and we load in to map number 2. Could be the end for Neutron's run in DreamHack Summer. Hopefully we get a full 3-mapper here. One last sip of Tropico.
I'm jealous. I haven't had one of these in a long time.
Don't you have friends in France who can send you one?
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth to send these via post, but hey, KraV is getting pumped here. I just shouted something, I think.
Yeah, looked like a lion right there. So Neutron for Oceanist Gaming, KraV, of course, for Frenchcraft. Very, very good representative of that team, of that country, of course. Map number 2 is coming. It's going to be Concealed Hill. The last map was already Neutron's play, so I really hope he has some more tricks up his sleeves. He needs that. Maybe, as Remo said, maybe listen to the coach, maybe play a different build, and then give us a game 3. Let's get it on. Neutron facing elimination. KraV, the self-proclaimed Undertaker, could definitely sign Neutron's name to his tombstone then. KraV bottom left, Neutron upper right. What are we going to see this time?
There is no fury like the one from a pissed off coach Remo. Leave me on that. So better step it up here, Neutron. And honestly, I'm not sure what to take away from last match in terms of what he could have done better in terms of execution. Like Remo went over how he thought, the build order maybe wasn't the best. But yeah, as far as, the one that he had chosen to do there, he just felt like he played it pretty good, I thought. He crept when he needed to, he pulled back, he camped. But he got overwhelmed regardless. He didn't feel like there was much more he could have done execution-wise to be able to hold that big push that was headed his way. At some point, it did look like maybe he was going to be able to, but I thought it was as easy as defending the first time, but even replenishing units seemed really difficult, whereas KraV got out of control with his hero levels. So maybe we see the Demon Hunter second here. Maybe we even see some airplay, who knows?
Especially on this map when we have Drakes at the fountains. Easy to creep. Of course, that's an incentive to go for Garrix once again. I want to point out something that is in KraV's base. He puts 2 of the Ziggurats very far forward. That was the case on Northern Isles already. And he upgraded both to narrow towers. That pretty much stops all possibilities for Keeper Harass early that Night Elves like to go for.
I almost feel like this might be the 2-on-2 influence, because he used to not do this at all. And then I actually played with him in Nation Wars a while back, and I kept telling him, put at least one Ziggurat more at the front. And I know that as of late, he's been playing a lot of 2-on-2, so sometimes team games, they can change your perception a little bit of how certain things need to be adjusted. There is not really any downside to putting the Ziggurats like this at the front, because they're like so tanky, so in terms of like frontal attacks, it's not so scary. But imagine if Neutron gets like a Zeppelin, and then he drops near the gold mine, or maybe if like mass air flies in, with like a Keeper and Panda or Alchemist or Demon, then those Acolytes are going to be a lot more exposed, and then those Zigs not going to be able to help quite as much.
That's a good point, actually. That opens up a lot of potential for Harass. KraV has to scout a little bit more with that build, maybe. But yeah, if he plays Mass Air, I'm not too sure, man. That seems outdated as well. Especially with that Dreadlord third with Vamp Aura. We saw how strong the Vamp Aura was early on. Surround early on would have been great as well, but nope, not quite. Don't think this is any last hits for Neutron here. Would be a big deal. Oh.
Yeah, both heroes pretty much out of mana here at this stage. Keeper at least on 2.6. And that was because Neutron was creeping a little bit on the right-hand side with Trance, which is part of why he doesn't have much mana at all. What does he creep to get 3? Would the turtle at the top be enough? I'm not sure.
Could be 120 XP. Maybe not. Tier 2 is at 60%. We see the expansion again. And once again, like this scouting by KraV is absolutely excellent.
Yeah. But the thing is, good Night Elves, if they have a staff and they're in position with their units, it's still very hard to kill that tree. If you go there and overcommit, it's like one of the biggest disaster possible. So Neutron actually stole away the Staff of Teleportation, which is a big deal. You know, KraV maybe could have sent ghouls and staffed his DK there. But no, he can't do that. Instead, it would be Neutron that would staff home and try and defend. And this is something that we've seen so many times where the tree is not covered enough with wisps. Neutron, triple wisp right next to the tree, making sure that it will go up and he could save it if he gets attacked.
Don't give Remo a chance to be mad at you. Usually, Remo does get very angry when there is no wisp, but yeah, there's definitely dispel potential right here. Hunt Soul, a little late for the tier 2, but I guess that's on purpose. He can go for upgrades later. This does look like another Archer build to me, though.
That feeling when you make sure your Expo goes up, you get Nature's Blessing, but then you don't go Demon Hunter second like Remo would want you to, and he's still disappointed.
Oh, there's a Demon Hunter this time. No Alchemist anymore. He was, or he felt a little outdated. Demon Hunter or Panda are the heroes you play nowadays, and that is way better against the undead heroes if you can level him.
It did feel like last game it was really missing, like those undead heroes, they were just nuking archers left and right the whole time. Without mana burn, really hard to handle those attacks. Of course, the alchemist can help in other ways, but yeah, he wasn't doing nearly as much as a demon perhaps could have. But also, alchemist got level 3 really, really late. So yeah, as you said, creeping gonna be very important here. And that's why we get trance level 2. It's much easier to creep when you got these guys tanking a whole bunch for you. Nature's Blessing already on the way as well for Neutron.
Very well in time. Of course, that speeds up movement, and he needs to move quite a bit until he arrives at the Expo. Neutron has to creep this now. We'll use the Demon Hunter for it, but KraV is already in position with at least a Garg. The skeletons shouldn't be a problem at all. Oh, gets rid of one of the wisps. There's 2 more.
He's harassing with just DK and 1 Garg, while the Lich is moving towards the Expo. This looks like an expansion from KraV. So might be playing it entirely different compared to last game. And I think like you have to do this, you know, you can't just like creep the whole map and stay on one base. You either have to hit a 50 supply timing like he did last game or expand yourself like he's gonna do now. Really, I'm impressed with both of them. They're coming into today very prepared and it shows.
Yeah, playing very well around each other. Was a little bit of a mistake by Neutron in game 1. KraV punished that immediately. But they're all playing very, very careful. It's not the all-out aggression that we see from them sometimes. Goes to show how important this match is to them.
Yeah, Lich getting level 2 right off the get-go is really, really nice here. Gets a claws +9 as well. And KraV will even spot the double lore, so he knows exactly what tech it is here. And when you're going gargoyles and the opponent's playing with lores, you can expect a lot of dryads to be made. So this time he's going to commit a lot more on gargoyles instead of ghouls. He's going to get attack upgrades. And those fountains, if he can secure even just one of them, that would be really nice for KraV experience-wise and with the item that he could pick up. This keeper needs to get out there. That's going to be a town portal.
See, there we go. Coil Nova pretty strong, even on level 1 for the Lich. So he gets the Ziggurats up. That is a good fortification. Expo coming up only now will still take some time. That means tier 3 is delayed by quite a bit. And you're not facing the Orb of Corruption, which is always great for any race. Ring of Region for the Demon Hunter also fantastic. KraV is approaching the middle of the right-hand side. Could go for the fountain, as you said. Afterwards, we do have a little bit of a skirmish. Demon Hunter wants to get rid of mana to slow down creep speed. But so far, we're waiting for the techs and expansions to unfold.
Yeah, both of KraV's heroes completely out of mana, but Neutron has no Staff of Preservation and no Town Portal. So I don't feel like he should be attacking here, but maybe he sees this as his only timing before the Ziggs go up, which, as we know, even 100 supply full of chins cannot kill what the Nerubian Tower, as Kevin always tells us.
I was about to say, okay, Kevin, good knowledge bomb here. Yeah, I'm not too sure if he should feel pressured into this. I think harassing with the Keeper and the Staff is enough to slow things down. You absolutely need a level 3 Demon Hunter. It's mandatory for the strategy. It's way more efficient. I don't know why he feels so pressured into this. Because in the end, there's always the opportunity to go for the middle and not for the Demon Hunter kill.
Yeah, big snipe here, because the experience was gained as well from KraV. You really don't want to feed those undead heroes with any experience here. That's a very bad thing to ever do. And because the demon is dead, he's not even leveling it now, like you said, which almost should be the #1 priority. Neutron At least he has a Moonwell on the way because he was going to be stuck at 50 out of 50 otherwise for a very long time. But yeah, I don't know why he's playing this aggressive right now. Maybe he's like going there and forcing the 2 towers should have been enough. Maybe he could have just pulled back and tried to steal the fountain instead. He might still do that. Gets double scroll. So it's really looking like he wants to keep on attacking. Improve both about to finish. And I think he's going to break upkeep.
Yeah, why would you go for a heavy push like this if your expansion is just starting paying off? Not really my favorite build of all time, especially as I said, like you can get the middle very, very easily with that entangle. You can, in the grand scheme of things, expand on the high ground. And if you get that, like Foggy showed plenty of times against Happy, you win the game with 3 base versus 2. It doesn't really matter if it's Gargs or not. But okay, Neutron has a different approach. No, Katka's pipe! Yuri!
Oh my god.
No way, you don't feed KraV a Katka's pipe.
I think he might go there next, too. Or at least in that area. KraV finds True Shot for those Gargs. They all have a little bit of extra damage here.
That's pretty good. Oh my god. Wand of Mana stealing here. Did he seriously forget about it?
And he dropped another item too. There's literally 2 items right next to another. A little treasure chest here.
I think he like shift clicked and stuff, but misclicked the shift and didn't pick anything up. Oh my god.
KraV's gonna put his eye patch on. He's gonna go full pirate and steal that treasure.
Oh my god, this could be an absolute disaster. Keeper is not with the army. Now he is. Nova again into the archer. We saw that on Northern Isles, and the Gargs are just raging over these Dryads. Neutron is not ready.
Yeah, this is a bad time for him to be fighting. He didn't even really break upkeep just yet. He has a lot of gold, but not much lumber. And losing archers and Dryads at this stage in the game is just a complete disaster. Like, KraV can save a lot. He can send it to fountains as well. One more Dryad will fall. Those items still sitting there in center.
Good blocks by the Treants against... Ah,
oh my god.
Stuck 1 point surround. What?
That was big. Really well done here, actually, by Neutron, he's got 1,500 gold now. Are you kidding me?
Macro up, my man. Gets upgrades. That's very good, especially the defense upgrade against Gargoyles, especially when they have True Shot Aura, is very, very good. Going 0-2 on Dryads, really smart. I really like that. But in other regards, man, this is not looking perfect, to say the least. KraV's Necropolis is finishing. More Blight. And he's ready to go up to 80 now.
Ooh, mana burn at 73. Very well done. Neutron ran right past those 2 items, by the way, earlier with his keeper and still wasn't looking. I guess he was focusing more on where the bulk of the fight was happening. He's gonna walk next to the items again. No. KraV.
No.
I think KraV would see it. Oh, finally.
No. Wait, where are they?
The demon picked them up.
Ah, okay. Oh boy.
That was close. Neutron's probably like, oh my god, what am I doing right now? Like, this would be a moment where, like, you're for sure. Trust me, I've been in this kind of matches. You're like, what is going? Like, you just slap yourself in the face. Wake up!
Yeah, man. Yeah, I can see that. I can, especially with Neutron, who's a very emotional player on the battlefield.
Double True Shot for a KraV.
Unfortunately, it doesn't stack.
Gonna get a bit of extra gold with the new item selling change. Ooh, actually loses a Garg to Crypt here. Not ideal, but that's a lot of Gargoyles with +1 attack and True Shots. Dryads immediately are like, alright, we're out of there. You're on your own.
Neutron has 2,400 gold.
That's the FFA influence.
I guess
Setting
so.
up for the second Shredder.
I was about to say, like, where's the Shredder, my man? Goes for the Lich now. There's the heal scroll. There's no coil, though. Can he
There's no
kill
town
this
portal.
one?
Oh my god, KraV has no town portal. He's gonna try to entangle one more time. He gets it. The Lich will go down. The Keeper can use Invuln to keep on fighting. He can also town portal. He's gonna use the town portal out there. Lich is gone. Neutron with 2,000 golds. Queuing 6 Dryad inside of those 2 lures.
What? Oh my god. And he still has 1,600 gold after the second attack upgrade. What is this game? I think there's the nerves coming into play right now.
KraV instant reviving. DK very close to 5. Should be able to get it with what's left on the map. And Neutron, for some reason, really wants to be aggressive. He bought a Sapper on the right-hand side. If you can blow up that Spirit Tower, I mean, I'm surprised he's trying to be this aggressive before he spent all of his gold, right? Like, if you're trying to take a fight, you should make sure you have the maximum army that you can have here. But with all of these dryads queued up, I guess his supply will go up very quickly.
Dum, 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 dum. Here we go. Sapper coming in. What are you going for? Probably the Spirit Tower. And he's trying to get in the middle of things. That was a good Sapper. Certainly worth it. Kills the shop as well. Got good fighting items from the shop. And here comes KraV with the Lich back.
Mana burn gonna be huge here. Nothing to really prevent it.
Lich.
Big invuln on the Lich, so should be safe for a while. And now that KraV has orb, he can actually do a lot of damage to whatever is at the front. But yeah, 64 supply to 61. Neutron's behind his supply. Why is he attacking?
I guess because he can. A little bit of Davai. Here comes the coil. There was no burn. Demon Hunter too obsessed with the Lich, not taking care of that. DK, who's now level 5, goes for the Nova. Invul Potion, a little late to block that one. Or you can't block Nova, but you know, the rest of the damage. Town Portal home now. Once again, this push maybe a little ill-advised. Maybe Neutron. Didn't think that KraV was ready again.
We need Staff of Preservation and Orb here. Those Neutron. I wonder if keeping the Khadgar at all is worth it. I mean, he doesn't really need the gold, to be honest, so maybe you should just keep it. But if the game gets closer and let's say like we're going to the late game and they barely have any gold left, you might just sell it. Gets a Panda third.
Okay. Then that's really, really good. Drunken Haze on Gargs. Look at the misses already. There was 1 second of fighting, 3 misses. Very good against these Gargs here. We don't have a statues for KraV, by the way. He's not going Slaughterhouse once again. Oh my god, that nuke with a level 3 coil. Once again, too close to comfort. I think that third base of Neutron is going down. Can he cancel it? Should he cancel it? He must cancel it. Oh no.
Oh, he doesn't. I don't think he will.
Nope.
That's gonna be a bunch of gold thrown away. And unlike before, he's not too rich anymore. A lot of his gold bank is actually gone. And now KraV is very close in supply. These upgrades, though, pretty amazing from Neutron. Is about to be 2 and 3. Whereas from KraV, we only had the +1 attack ever made. Only now did he start the +2.
Who goes 2-3 on Dryads? Unbelievable. Again, maybe the FFA influence. Number of Dryads, okay. 72 supply, not a single bear.
That's about to change.
Amazing. Yeah, I think so. For Reju, this would be so good. There's no dispel.
Yeah, but it does feel like he needs more anti-air. Ideally, you want to get to a critical mass of Dryads to be able to fight those Gargs effectively and then have your Tri-Hero do well against not just the heroes, but the units of your opponent. Here we go. Demon using the invuln. KraV pulled back a little bit with some of the Gargs. He's going to re-engage. Those Dryads are going to fall super fast. Neutron needs maximum micro here to have a chance. Keeper again being targeted.
Demon Hunter has no invul anymore. It's too far away from the staff, I believe, and the Demon Hunter just goes down like that. Maybe too much attention on Dryad Micro, not too much on the Demon, and that is usually the hero that's supposed to save you in the late game. Panda now staffs out the Keeper. Could have been a double kill for KraV. Panda is about to hit the deck as well. And Neutron, are you just losing it like that? Supply is even, but the undead hero levels 5-5. Panda goes down. I think it's time to tap out of this. Maybe Keeper all on his own.
Yeah, Demon now being restarted, but I mean, he needs to remake the Panda after that. Gargoyle is doing well enough against those Dryads, even if some of them are dying. Keeper is only level 4. Neutron is so out-leveled. Death Knight is almost level 6 here, so it's 6-5 now against 4-3-1. And that's it. KraV will move on to the round of 8. Neutron is eliminated.